Hi everyone, it's Jen. Welcome to another one of my recreations of the 100 Days of Junk Journaling Ideas collaboration. So this week I want to finish in this journal that I've made because Rachel on Saturday released a new kit and it's gorgeous, so go check it out. I always leave the link to her website below. Still carrying on with a French theme, but it is just beautiful. Lots of lovely elements to it. That's right up my street. So I want to finish off in here. Now she's not too bad at the moment, but if I add too much more she's going to become a real gator mouth on here, and I don't want her to. So I want to finish working with the Billet Doux and then I can move on to the wonderful new kit. So let's just have a little flip through. Have I gone and got this in a knot? Damn, got it in a knot. I do think I might have to change this because it's quite thin, and I might have something that ties around it. It's all I could find at the time that was pink, and I just really wanted something pink. So what I want to do is, these are the tags and that I was working on in my last 100-day video, and I just finished them off, so I did say I'd show you those. So that's just a little tag with its little belly band, and I've put a postcard in there. That one's got the postcard in the bottom. This one's on the side, so it's a nice little side tuck, and these were done with just navigator presentation paper, so they're nice and thin, which won't add too much bulk, which is what I really wanted. These were the ones that I did in my video to show you what we were doing, and then these were the journaling cards, so I put that on as a little pocket, and then you've got a little pocket in there as well. This one's got a little belly band, so you've got that in there. I had that upside down, look what am I like, there we go. That one's got a little pocket at the bottom there, and then these were the same principle where you've got the lovely wavy edge strips of paper, but I've put them down as collage, so there's no pockets or anything on them. You've got a strip down there, and that's a little tag. I've put a strip of it down there and then just decorated that up, and then the same with that one. So I want to find a home for some of these in the journal. Let's see what we've got. Now we've got, actually let's move these to the side and see what we've got here, because we've got a pocket here that we could have something in, and I'm just wondering if that would go in there. What does we think? Does that one? Or I'm just wondering, maybe that one. Yeah, I'm thinking, well, I'm going to be indecisive now, aren't I? I don't want that one with that, because I'm doing another journal as well, called a flip-flop journal, still with the Billet Doux kit. And this is it here. I don't want to show you too much because I'll be working in this in tomorrow's video, but I want to save some of these tags to go in that video, to go in that journal. So let me have a look. I think I'm going to stick with that one, put that one in there. That one's fine. Now that was one of the stuck down ones, wasn't it? So these are the other little stuck down ones. So what I think I'll do is, I don't want to cover her up, so that's an obvious pocket. You've got a pocket here, which I'm fine that you don't see anything there. Just wonder if that would work in there, and then that tucks in, so you can see that that's a belly band. It's getting too fat and too tight, so I don't think I want to put anything more actually in this first signature. Let's have a look at my second signature. I think this one is pretty full as well. Could have something in the pocket there. That's pretty full. The third signature was the signature itself, was the idea. So we are onto this one. Right, so let's see. I don't think I've put much pockets in here, so I think I might need to do a little bit of decorating on here. And I'm just wondering if we have a little pocket on there, and that would take maybe one of belly band. Maybe that would take, oh, not quite. That one any thinner? That one's a little thinner. No, it's still going to be too tight to go for those to go in there. Okay. I want that big one on there. I suppose we could have one of the little ones on here, couldn't we? You could have that on there. It doesn't have to be a big one. Yeah, let's do that. Let's put this pocket on here. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this signature out, close that back up, move that out the way, and then we'll just take a page out and work on it as at a time. Okay, that sounds a bit like a plan. So how's everybody doing? I hope you've been I hope you're well, and I hope you've really been enjoying the 100 days. There's been so much inspiration, really has been so much inspiration. It's been wonderful. Even, you know, as myself with a YouTube channel and everything, I've been so inspired by other people and how creative they are. It's lovely. Okay. Knock that out. I think when I printed this, I had it still on fit to size, which meant it's chopped a little bit off because that's usually a little bit higher. But never mind. Let's give it a bit of an ink. Yeah, I want to say I'm almost at the finishing point with this Billet Doux Ideas kit, and although it's only been the first month, there's still a lot of things in there, so I am thinking I might do another journal that not necessarily is an ideas journal in the way that I've done this one. I think I might try one of the or another one of the flip-flop journals or something like that. I haven't quite decided. There's so many ideas buzzing around my head that it's like I need to pick one and settle on it. Okay, so I'm going to go just on the edge there, make sure we're straight. Pretty much. Okay, I use that one. That's the scraper, not the bone folder. Okay, so that's all I'm going to do on that one. That's opened up nicely, and we know that those big tags didn't go in there, but we were looking to maybe put that. I would like that to stick out actually a little bit, so maybe, yeah. Here we go. Yeah, we'll have that one in there. Just a little tag, so that's the idea for that one. Let's put this back in here. So on the second page we have this one, and I'm just wondering if that would tuck in there. Yeah, that'd be nice. We have a little pocket here. Now that's slightly wider, although it's not a full, oh yes, it is a gusseted pocket. It's just got a bit stuck. There we go. I do cover that up, but that's fine. So what else have we got? So we want the journaling card. I think I might have that one in my flip-flop journal. Let's have a look at the, we've got this one, look, that's got the tab on the side. That would go in there nicely because that can hang out. That was just the idea itself on the page. Then we've got this that hasn't been stuffed at all, but that's fine, I'm happy with that. Let's see what else we've got. Yeah, we do have another couple of things. Is that going to fit? Oh, is this a gusseted one as well? It is. That will go in there nicely. That's going to go in there. Maybe we'll have one of the journaling cards in there. That one can go in my one, as can that one. And then maybe we could have a couple in here actually. Maybe we could have that one in there as well, like that. That one's got stuff in, that's got stuff in, that's to cover the writing spot. So maybe we could just pop one in there and one in there. There we go. Okay. Have we got anything else that we need to pop into our ideas journal? Okay, let's make sure the pages are straight. Put this back in here, like so. I don't think so. I think there's room there in this signature now then to possibly think about, you know, if there is maybe one or two things that I want to do. I know the very last week of the 100-day collaboration is how to use your scraps up, so that's, I think, would be quite a good, that would give me some space in there to use my scraps. So let's have a little flip through of my Billet Doux 100 Days of Junk Journaling Ideas, and as I go through I'm going to try and remember whose idea inspired me. So the first thing is with this idea, no, my brain has just gone dead as to who it was. I can't, oh, it's on the tip of my tongue, but I cannot think, because the idea with this is you tie the knot in here, and I don't know why I didn't think of it before, but it just makes it so much neater and so perfect. So I do apologise, but it was the week that you had journaling covers and binding ideas, so I think that was week 2, it might have been, but anyway, I've got a lovely little tag here that I've just collaged up. The cover itself has been collaged, and then I've just decorated it up with some little eyelets, and then this little cluster here was inspired, I know, by Steph. She was making these little clusters, and I've decorated that side up as well, and I've put it on as a little tuck. This one I know was Edith at Scrapbooking with Me, and she was making pockets with the flaps. I've put mine on the page as a pocket there. I've added this in as a pocket, and I've added an extra belly band, and then for mine I've got some lace along here to hold it closed. So I did slightly different, but just a few tweaks really. This is a flip out that's inspired by Steph. It's got some tags in there. This was from my masterboard that we created right at the very beginning, so that I had some tags to work with. So that goes in there. This I then put on the page as a big pocket, and I've just added that as a little pocket. And this was Rachel's idea. It's a paper bag. Mine is a Boots paper bag. All I've got inside of it is just a folded up sheet of coffee dye paper for writing, but obviously you've got a pocket here and a nice little pocket here, and on this one I've put a tuck on the back for those couple of pieces. Again, they were in one of my videos showing you what I'd recreated. So that's there. This is a page pocket that was inspired by Melina, and I've just added a pocket onto the page, and you've got one of my little journaling cards and tags combo, very nice and thin. So that's there. This was G Kerr's, and I did do one and it was slightly, I think I'd done it slightly different. So that opens up and then that flips that way, so you've got pockets all here. That was it. Yeah, you've got pockets all there. Then I do have to be careful of that. And then you've got pockets on the page here. I kind of wished I hadn't put that on there, but I'd use that as a little tuck. But I've left it on there so that I know next time round when I come to look at this and think, oh yes, I want to make that. So that was that. Just trying to turn the bow sideways. This one was another variation on Edith's one, where it flips up, but instead of having the pocket that way, I've got it on the side here. So you've got a pocket there, you've got a pocket here, and then I've just stuck a little pocket on there. I've turned it up so you've got a little pocket there, and then I've got a belly band on the front here as well. You can put something in. This is inspired by Rachel. She made layered tags, and they were just gorgeous by layering up the lace and everything on top of them. And I can't remember what she used, but I just thought the eyelet split pin or brad worked best for me. So that just clips on to here, just to hold it. I can get it on the page, or I'll put it in later, I think. And then on this was one that Nigeza Creates did, and it's just using a piece of the paper that you fold and make into a tag. So I really liked that idea. This is one of the clusters inspired by Steph that I've put on as a pocket. This one I think is another, is it another G Kerr? I think it will say on the inside of here, because she gave you measurements for this one as well. So I've got measurements somewhere. Yes, it's G Kerr, and I've written my measurements down in there. So it flips out. I've just used a little paper clip there to hold it. This one, I did something wrong with it, so I've kept it in there so that I know not to do it that way next time round. And this is just an envelope I've put on as a pocket, and then on this side you flip up there. This is another one of my journaling card tags, and it's got another tag on it there. What have we got in the pocket here? Oh, this was Edith at Scrapbooking with me. Some little tag scrapbook notepads. I thought they were lovely. I love that. There's another one of Nigeza Creates little tags. Then this, I'm not sure who this was inspired by. I can't, if I'm honest, I can't remember. There's been so many, but there's a little tuck there, little tuck on here, and you've got a nice big one on there. And then on this page I've stacked some of the pockets you got in the kit. So you've got a big pocket at the back here, you've got this one here, and I even put that on as a little one as well. So that was signature 1. Signature 2, this front page was Marie at Crafty Landing, and it was just beautiful. I've actually recreated this in my flip-flop journal as well. So you slide your tag out, you've then got a pocket here, and that's like your journal page. With this idea, this is a lovely little envelope. Let me get me altered paper clip off. So you've got your envelope. Let's see, which way do we open it? I open it this way. That flips up, that flips down. You've got a hidden writing space. And I've even put a little pocket in there, little photograph in there. And then that, with my little altered paper clip, clips it together, and that just tucks in there nicely. And then that slides in there like that. So to look at, it's like a page that you've got lots of hidden things on. So that was a lovely idea. Definitely going to be doing that, recreating that idea for sure. Another one of the little flip outs on the page. This was Antonio Creates, using just one sheet of digital, and he folded it to make a little, he just had one in his because he put some lace across here. I did mine slightly differently in that I folded it exactly the same as he did, but I glued several bits of mine down, and I've put some coffee dye paper on the back so that you can write on it, and it, by gluing it a different way, it has meant I've got a second little pocket there. I think there's something in here. Yes, there is. Oh, this is one of Steph's little ones that I recreated. Let's undo that. So it uses an envelope. So this flips down. What you've got here is you've got a pocket here. I've put a little pocket on here. That flips down, and you've got a little notebook that at the moment I'm just holding with a paper clip. You've got a pocket here, you've got your pocket here, and then on the back I've got a belly band. So this one wouldn't stick down on a page, it would just be floating like I've put it into the top of this pocket here. So that was another fun idea that I thought was really good. I made quite a few of those. So that's going to go in the pocket. Okay. Now this one is just some of the digital that I turned into a pocket and added a pocket, and then before I did all that, I had the little flap, so you've got a tag on there. I just like that sort of like arrangement. And that's a big journaling card that I did from my masterboard, and this is a little zigzag tag that was inspired by Rachel. So you have a little pocket on the front there of that tag. That opens up, you've got writing space. This one has a little pocket here, and then that opens up that way, so there's the writing space there. And then you've got a little, I've put a little pocket on here. Oh, that's it, get back in there. And then writing space there, so that's the Z tags, I think she called them. I did quite a few of those because I thought they were a lovely idea. I think with hers she made them really quite decorative, added lots of little elements and stuff on them. I kept mine quite thin because by then my journal was getting quite chunky. This one, I think this is Pixie K Designs. She did this lovely layering effect with the bow and everything on, and I've recreated that again in my flip-flop journal because I love it so much. I've put it on the page as a nice little up tuck, and then I've got one of my journaling card tags with a pocket on there, and then just space to write on. Here one of the envelopes you get in the kit, instead of having that bit flapped up to seal as a solid envelope, I've stuck it on the page so that it flips. And then what I've done is I've done that, and then it opens like that, so you can use that for writing space. That just tucks in there, and that one tucks in in there. There we go. And then that flaps down. So that was that one. That was another little cluster that there's a bit of card here that's got a nice little up tuck there that I did. This is a bigger version of one from Nigeza Creates. I kind of went with that principle of how she folded it and then just had a play and created lots of different shaped ones. So this one's a really nice big tag with a little pocket there that flips out. So it covers like the whole page really. That's quite nice. Nothing in there. That's the top one. This one I think was Bella. Is it Bella? I think it might have been. Was the idea with the little pocket, but I used Steph's idea of collaging. Now you've got a pocket behind this whole big thing here, but that is a little pocket as well, so you could stack stuff on top of it. That is a little pocket there, and then so is that. So you've got a lot of options. That's a pocket, that's a belly band, this whole thing is a pocket, and then there's a belly band on the top, so that can be well and truly stuffed with things. Oh, I've taken that off. That holds this. The reason why this is on is because that stays flapped, but it was this that needed holding down. So this is another one that I've recreated that kind of like flips out. So on the page here you have a belly band. It has several pockets in there. This is another one of the Nigeza Create ideas. This time round I've made it as a double one. And then you've got a pocket on the front, pocket on the back, and it opens up like that. So if we open it this way, we have another pocket on here and another tuck on there. And this was Shabby Dabby Doodah. It's an envelope that we've decorated, and I've left my back like that so that I can see how I've done it. And then you pull it out and you've got your lovely hidden journaling space. And then you put that back in. I can get it back in. With that lace over the top there. And that's a hidden little journaling spot. So let's pop the paper clip back on to hold them all down. Okay, now this signature, the third signature, the signature itself is the idea, and it's done using Steph's method of putting two pieces of paper together like this. So you've got this coffee dyed sheet of paper here folded, you put some paper on here, paper on this side, and then this piece is attached on here. Now what I've done is I've bound the spine. I did do this on one of my videos, just added a little bit of lace, and then I've done a couple of little extras where I've just put a single page in. Where are we? I've done a double page on this one here. I think that was all I've got up to. Little pocket. I put one of these in as well because I thought, well, there's no reason why you can't have this style of pocket at the top. A book page that's been put in. Another coffee dye, another book page, another digital, and that's at the back. So now signature 4 was what we were just doing, where we've put our little pocket on there. This was such a simple project, but so inspiring. I loved it. I'm going to be making hundreds of these, I think, because it literally is just as simple as that, but having the embellishments, excuse me, of the lace, and on the back here I've done this as a little pocket. Oh, it just makes it look so pretty. So I'm eager to do some of those with the new kit. that Rachel's got out. I think they're going to be lovely. So that's just going to tuck back in there. You've seen those, you've seen what's in there. This one, let's see, opens like that. So you flip those two down, you've got your lovely writing space, and then you flip this back and we can just wind that back round there. There we go. That's another one of those pockets that I've actually put on the page that I showed you with Steph. This time round I put it on the page as a pocket there. And then I believe, have we got anything else? Oh, I just put that in there. And that's it. So there's a couple of little pages left to fill if I decide to do anything more. But pretty much that is my ideas journal for the last month, following along with the collaboration using the wonderful Billet Doux kit. So I hope you've enjoyed watching and playing along, not just with me and my recreations and how this journal has come together, but with all the other collaborators. I'm so excited for the next 4 or 5 weeks with the new kit. My video is going to be using the new kit, my part of the collaboration. That's not going to be till the 29th of April, so I've got a few more weeks yet to go before my video airs. But yeah, I just absolutely love it. She's going to sit on my shelf. I put that on there so that I always know that, oh yes, there's loads of ideas in here, rather than decorate it up with lace or anything. It just helps me visually. But yeah, I absolutely love her. So thank you very much for watching. I will be back tomorrow with a sneak peek of my flip-flop journal that was inspired by one of the weeks from the collaboration so far. I'll tell you all about that tomorrow, and we'll be doing some work in that as well. So thanks for watching. Happy crafting everyone, and I'll see you in my next video. Take care. Bye.